was cool. You didn't see it, but I just pulled out behind a Mustang that had to be probably about triple my age. How many years ago was like 70 and 60 something? 70, 40 plus. Yeah, about triple my age. And the guy driving it, possibly quadruple. So, my adage there, some things never change. Some things never change if they're done decently right the first time. So obviously this looks very different than the 60s one, but the base mechanics are kind of the same. And I'd say to spin that back to the gym, same shit with a lot of different movements, right? I mean, at what point have we lost the plot in trying to come up with anything super fancy, new, or specific in terms of, kind of anything with our training, right? We got bench, we got dumbbells, we got flies, that's a pretty good chunk of it. And even just that description, those are basically the three families of any kind of chest movement. Flies, this converging sort of motion rather than a press. Bench, a non-converging press, typically linear. And dumbbells, a kind of converging press, right? At the bottom of a set of dumbbell bench, your arms are way out here, and then they come in. So that's really taking the spot of like a machine chest press or, anything of the freaking sort. So, right, it's like the basics are kind of there. Any kind of overthinking it is, I think, potentially a waste of energy that could be better spent just on getting yourself amped up, right? So all I'm getting at is don't overcomplicate it too much. I just saw a guy comment a couple days ago. I responded to him. He was like, "What do you think of my volume? I do push-pull legs. I think my leg day is good." So he didn't comment the leg day. All he told me was the push workout. And he's like, "I do 3 sets of incline bench. I do 3 sets of incline dumbbell, and then I do 3 sets of pec deck or something like that." And he's like, "What should I change?" I don't remember exactly how I said it, but looking at the comment, not freaking much. That's about freaking right. A press where you're really probably overloading with that barbell. A maybe lighter press that converges, so it has a little bit of this extra squeeze at the top with the dumbbell. And then a flying action, a little bit more stretch, just kind of a lighter squeezing based work potentially. That's kind of all there is. That's kind of all there freaking is. And anything else is kind of, just an overcomplication of those 3 original, right? So that's how I sort of look at it. Now, obviously, if you want to be on the bleeding edge, well, I don't know, man. Do some shit that actually might make sense. Like when I see videos of guys doing, like electrostimulus training, where somehow they have this apparatus that's like attaches electrodes, like one here in their inner chest and then one over here in their outer chest, and it like pulsates different frequencies and amplitudes of electricity, and like I think gives you like micro contractions throughout a movement. I've never done that before, and that I think makes a lot of sense. So if there's any new wave kind of thing to add in, I think something like that might be kind of the ticket. But even then, is it not just a little cherry on top? So even if you didn't have it, which I've never done that before, I don't necessarily feel like I've been missing out too bad. So, just don't freak, right? You got a chest pump. What does that mean? That means drinking your pre, getting yourself amped, warming up your rotator cuffs and your forearms and your elbows and everything else in this upper body section, so that you don't hurt yourself whenever you press something either heavy or not. Either one. You never know what can happen. And then looking at yourself in the mirror, just basically as brolic as you can ever be. Because an arm pump, personal favorite for me, or at least one of. An arm pump is fucking nuts. But really a chest pump is where it's at. Now I might say that because I think my arms are ahead of my chest a little. So I want my chest to come up. So that's my personal bias. But I mean, dude, a chest pump is kind of an all-around just torso boost. For one, you're sweating, so you kind of have that like glistening effect and good lighting. Your chest is huge. Your arms are probably going to be slightly residually pumped. Not a lot, but just a little bit. And then your shoulders definitely get a little blood flow just from, stabilizing and whatever pressing you were doing. Your chest pump is just freaking perfect. And I'm getting myself excited for chest now, even just saying that, knowing I'm about to get after it. So I think nothing else to say. Let's just jump straight to set number 1. I've really been liking the incline Arsenal press lately. So I have a suspicion that's going to be the brunt of my pressing. But we'll see. Once I warm up, I'll really have the answer. Because maybe I warm up and I do one feeler rep on that machine and I'm like, ooh, it doesn't feel so hot today. So we'll see. But I think nothing else to say. Let me get some tunes bumping and then I will see you for that freaking first movement.
I need to heal what I expect, but I'll burn that bridge when I get to it. As I play little getting on, I confess, descend with a sharp, spiteful tongue. So how do I apologize? Then the good tears back.
go. All right. Yeah, I got a couple of comments. Sam, what's up with the in-ear headphones every time? So, got the speaker bumping, and I tell you something, it did something to me. Having the freaking bass thumping up the whole fucking gym. Well, let's just say we brought it. So that was what, 5 sets of the 150s for like, well, obviously failure every set, but just about 8-ish. Yeah, hell freaking yeah. And you know what? I think I need to make an executive change and just throw off Smith machine bench and barbell bench for a while. Dumbbell is so fucking good. I don't feel crazy like pressure in my shoulders, and I can really feel my upper inner quadrant of my chest just blowing up. So when I start gaining weight come August, or rather come end of August, obviously, I mean, I'm going to change my decisions, of course, depending on the circumstance. But, dude, dumbbells are where it's at. And I think I'll even do a dumbbell upgrade. The 150s, flat as shit right now, well within reason. So what that tells me, I might need to up my game. I think the 160s are well within reason. And the 170s is kind of freaky. And anything above that, well, you know, who fucking knows? Let's not even think about that yet. Let's just focus on this freaky ass pump. There we go. Are we still in focus? Sorry, I'm using like a fancy pants fucking lens, and you've got to manually set the focus. It doesn't do it automatically. But it looks cool, so for me it's worth it. So, there we go. Now we're golden. Hell yeah. And just standing here, not even posing, just kind of doing like a relaxed shot, well, I'm feeling like a beast. All right, let me get a big breath hold. So this is something I'd recommend caution. You just finished a badass lift. You're pumped to shit. You want to pop out as many veins as fucking possible. So you hold your breath into a freaking most muscular. Do not make yourself pass out. I've gotten pretty lightheaded before from hitting it. I've never actually like flopped onto the floor. But probably save yourself a concussion, right? That's going to be the dumbest emergency room trip you ever had. Oh, dude, I fell. What, did you slip on something? No, I was flexing and made myself pass out. You'd probably just lie. You wouldn't even say that's what happened. But let's see how this is looking. Oh yeah, there it was. Just that little feeling. But yeah, just standing here, this is making me excited. This is making me super excited for the coming weeks of sticking to my diet, because I want to see myself a little bit freakier before I start trying to put size on. And midsection wise, I am more than on freaking track. What else am I missing? I don't even freaking know. Let me tie these a little tighter. Hit a little lat spread. So, I'd say to put a cap on it for today, I feel like a total fucking freak. Hell yeah. And I'm starting to see some lower chest striations. That's a really good indicator for me that one, I've got a good pump, but two, that I'm actually getting really substantially leaner. Because when I do like this little upward angle, and we can see all these like fibers up here in that upper section of my chest, yeah, I mean, that's pretty freaking cool. And I can even see that sometimes in a bulk, but seeing these ones down here, pulling my pecs down, like that sort of angle, like these little bits of lines, that's what I'm talking about. And I think if I could have added one more thing to today's lift, I'm all done now, but I would have done some sort of like decline fly, where not like a decline press, but just grabbing the cables here and here, and instead of going across the body or pressing across the body, pulling down this way, because I still flex my entire chest at the bottom, but you also work, I guess I can hardly even fucking show it. Yeah, there it is. Okay, see this tiny line? That's not like a stretch mark or anything. That is an insertion of a different part of the pec. A little. So this little section right here, that is not the same as all this. And that comes from a couple little movements like this, or if you're doing dips, that'll work really well. I'm not so advanced as like a Peak Arnold or like a Ronnie Coleman, of course. But when they hit like a front lat spread, all right, I kind of got it. I don't know. Here, take a look here. I'm kind of holding my pants on my waist, or my, whatever. But look right under the outside of the bottom quadrant. See it? That little line kind of creeping out down here. That is fucking sick. So just a little detail you can build, or rather not build, but keep an eye out for. Because the first time I ever saw that, for me, shit, man, I may as well have felt like Peak Arnold or Ronnie Coleman. Because I'm like, ooh, yeah, fuck yeah. So that's the sort of feeling. But I'm going to go ahead and jump on the cardio bike. I'm upping it from 30 minutes to 45, which if you distract yourself by playing on your phone, passes by very quickly. Really not too much trouble at all. So I think nothing else to say, but I'll see you in the car. Then I'm going to get my butt up there, which you should be doing as well. I mean, I can't argue it enough. I can't hype up cardio enough. You're making me sound crazy by how much I say it, but I really can't recommend it more than I'm trying to. Right? Just try it once. At least fucking try it once and see what happens. But I'm freaking excited to edit this thing together just to see how I look. But I'll see you in the car. All right. I guess there's not really much need for any glasses because it's getting a little overcast. So last night into today, not so much today, but a little bit, it's been raining. It's been raining over here, which is very good because it's hot enough that if it rains at night, it's going to make the air super humid. So all that humid air must have bundled up all of the fucking toxins from the Canadian wildfire. I didn't look at it today, or I don't remember exactly the number, but I think it was around like 50. So way better than yesterday. So that's good. What day is it gonna... One day isn't going to get you that bad, but still, freaking toxic air. Like, what the hell? You got me out here thinking I need a jug of O'Hare, if you know what I'm talking about there. But plan is now get some food in my system because I have got a hankering for something, and I think you already, actually no, maybe you don't know, but yeah, egg whites are on the to eat list. So big ass bowl of egg whites, probably half of a sleeve of rice cakes, so that's going to be 50 grams of carbs worth, and then a little bit of a low-fat buffalo sauce will do the trick. That is a very filling meal, but egg whites on their own, not so much. right? Because any base protein, like a ground beef or egg whites, they're not like the most filling because they're very dense foods, like a block of freaking steak. I mean, there's nothing between you and the steak. Whereas with like a rice cake or something, well, it's all puffed up. By the time you're chewing on it for longer. So things like that are foods which actually make you feel more full in the moment, even though you might not be eating that much more food. So that's one role. That's one angle you can look at. Like, how dense are the meals that you're eating? Because if you're bulking and you're trying to eat to grow, well, then you want pretty dense meals. You want to minimize the difficulty of consumption. But when you're dieting, it's not like I wouldn't say difficulty, but you want to maximize the time between meal beginning and meal ending so that it actually lasts a little bit longer and you get to enjoy it. And not only during the eating phase, but during the phase afterward, right? The whole point is you want to feel full for a while. So if I eat, a handful of M&Ms, that could be 400 calories. It wouldn't be very filling. Whereas if I were to eat 400 calories worth of egg whites and rice cakes and like a low carb barbecue sauce or something, that would be a lot more filling on a calorie per calorie kind of basis. So that's sort of that's something that I'm a lot more picky about now. Before I've dieted and I've just thought like, all right, well, just eat less. But it's almost like you want to eat more while eating less if you're feeling. So kind of a sort of a tricky little way to think about it. But it definitely works. So look at that, even more freaking rain. Which kind of sucks though, because I wanted to lay out in the sun today. But it's pretty, the sky is bright. I think this is just like this is a cloud burst. So it's just a quick sort of shot of rain. Look at that, boom, freaking perfect. But yeah, honestly, that's all I gotta say. After the workout, 45 minutes of cardio. I checked the timer at 34 minutes, which kind of sucked. I was really hoping that it was at 45. Put it back, finish the last 11, get on the computer, yippee dippy, edit everything together, make a couple of little workout music video style edits. We're ahead of the game. We're ahead of the game. I gotta. So this is the plan. Keep posting some TikToks. Keep posting, some Instagram reels and things like that of just like a cool workout edit. But don't use Instagram reels. Don't use TikTok, right? Put the video out, but don't actually look at any of the other ones. And it depends on the video, because I love a badass TikTok edit of like Goku, Super Saiyan, Vegeta, whatever. But in order to find those, you've got to scroll through 50 random like rage bait, like course selling, scamming, like just trash. And it's, I know it's bad for me. I know it, and I gotta break the pattern. Break the pattern today, or it'll repeat again tomorrow. But yeah, I'm definitely feeling a little out of it. Just tired. I'll hear that after that cardio. Because that was a really good fucking lift. I was going freaking nuts, if you couldn't tell. So I don't know, I might have to end up like noise cancel all that music, because I was having the speaker going. I really hope I don't have to cut it all out. I'll see how tight the YouTube algorithm ends up being. But that's for me to do tomorrow. That's for me to edit together tomorrow. So I got nothing else to say. I'm going home to see the cats and Maya, the little brown chocolate lab. She is the cutest little freaking pup. So I'll see you tomorrow for some back. I'm gonna be pulling some you know what. So I'll see you then.